Action. What's up guys? Today I'm gonna be reviewing the shotgun blaster that's come out recently. Everyone's quite hyped for this bad boy because it is the first pump action shotgun with some reasonable performance in it. So today I'll just be going through its build quality, its performance, upgrade potential, and anything good or bad or whatever. So first of all, one of the best things about this is it's a relatively cheap blaster since it's just a manual action blaster. So it goes for around $120 at the moment, which isn't too bad. Its build is predominantly main body's nylon. As you go further away, you get some plastics here. And yeah, it feels pretty rugged. I've taken it out for a game and it's done pretty well. Hasn't broken on me. So what do you get in the box? So in the box, you get the blaster itself. You get a safety color thing if you wish to change it to that. Get a sling mount. There's a rear sling adapter that's just comes up to there. You can put that on it. I don't have it with me. I don't like to run it like that. I like to run it kind of on the side. But yeah, it's useful. The way this blaster functions is I've taken the breaching door off so I can just show you. So you cock it back, it slides back the plunger. Ammunition from the top here, it drops into a cavity. Slide it forward and it locks it in. So now that the spring is pushed back, it's locked by the trigger, and it's ready to release. And that's just it. It's very simple, so there's very few things that can malfunction on it. And out of the box, the performance is about 260-ish with a single shot. You are able to do a shotgun shot or multi-shot. All you need to do is when you're pulling it back, tilt it forward a bit more so that more balls roll into the cavity, and then you close it and more shots will fire out. I think the most shots that I've been able to get out is about like 5 at a time, but the spread isn't that crazy, so and you lose a lot of FPS. So I'll just quickly demonstrate that. It loads from the top here, just this little hole here. That is one of my main complaints, is that it doesn't load enough balls at a time. But I did purchase a little accessory here that I'll show you later on that does solve that. So let's bring it to the chrono. This one has been slightly upgraded. All I did was push the spring forward with a spring spacer, and that did increase about 30 FPS for us. So here it is. That's a single shot. I'll go through a few. Seems to be splatting the gels at the moment. And I'm out. So as you can see, it's only a few shots. Some of them were double shots. When the buckshots. When the buckshots do happen, you get a giant variance. You can see here it jumped all the way up to like 900. That's because there's multiple balls leaving and a bunch of them do splat. My minimal was about 240. It's hard to say because of the splattered shots. Your average is a lot higher, but I would say out on the field your effective FPS is pretty close to 300, which is really good because all I did was just push the spring forward with a spacer and lube the crap out of it. Also, if you do remove the breaching door, you can lube your nozzle freely, which is good because you really need to keep that lubed up to get a good air seal. It's not the best air seal ever, but if you keep that lubed, it's pretty good. And that's the basic function of it. So you've seen a lot of these with a buttstock on, alright? So I'm to tell you that your Gen 9 buffer tube is not going to fit. You need to use one of these X-Power ones, from what I found. It's just these metal ones. They normally come with another adapter for the Gen 8, but if you can find the ones like this, the width of the thread is, let me quickly measure it out here for you guys, it's 28.5. So you can find the width of the thread for that, then you should be able to just thread this right on. So it just goes on like this, like any buffer tube. And then the butt stop, you can put whatever you want. This is my personal CQB butt stop. And it just really does complete the look of the blaster. So I do like to run it with a butt stop at all times. So yeah, does complete the look. Okay, now to solve the biggest issue that I had with this blaster was the ammo capacity, which is basically just this cavity up here, which holds maybe 9 shots. I was able to get 9 shots before it was empty. So here we go. This little contraption here, it's by DK. They do hop-ups, and they also do other printed accessories like this. So all it is, it just sits on the top here. You keep your door open. You load ammunition through the back here. I'll just show you real quickly, and it falls down the hole here afterwards. I'll go ahead and do that. I think I will preload a few. Okay, now I will slide this on. So when it's all the way back, it pushes the door open. Now I'm just going to open the flap here. I'm going to load the rest of the cavity up and see how many shots I can get. I can already tell it's going to be a lot more. Look. Alright. Let's see how this accessory works. This is the first time I'm doing this, so if it freaking fails, that's going to be not very fun. Alright, let's go. 1, 2. Yep, gotta load it a bit. Is that it? Am I out? Let me have a look. Oh no, there's still balls. So they just jammed up in there. So I need to kind of shake it out. It's gravity fed. It's not no mechanical anything. So it's just gravity fed. So there we go. Alright, so right now it's so definitely get this accessory. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Let me have a look. I've used about like 3/3 of the ammunition in there, and that was much more than the 9 shots I was able to get out before. But yeah, overall conclusion, I do really like this. It's not a primary because the AEGs out there is just too strong compared to something that's manual like this. But you can still have a lot of fun with it because average FPS is about 300. You're still competing with everyone out there at an even rate. And you feel a bit cooler because you got this pump action going on. I would say. That's how I feel anyway. And you know what? I do recommend this. It's a cheap, fun blaster, and it doesn't take much to bring it up to like competing standards. There's a bunch of accessories coming out for this via DK. It's going to be a top rail that will extend the rail all the way out. There's already a hop up for it. There's let's see what else. There's another charging handle made for it. So all those who are wondering if they can make this a short shotgun, like a stubby, you can cut it from here. the pump action mechanism is only from here to here. So you can cut it all the way and make it pretty stubby. And yes, closing thoughts, honestly, I do recommend it. It is a good, fun blaster for what it is. You do have to buy one of these if you want to run it on the field, otherwise you'll be reloading all day, every day. And that little hole that you reload through is ridiculously small. Making the cavity this big almost makes it completely worth it, even if it didn't add any ammo capacity, because you don't have to fiddle through it and half your balls fall out. Now you just do that, and there you go. But yes, do recommend it. I just opened it all the way, whatever, I'll figure that out later. So that's been me, Michael, at Kraken Gel Blaster. If you have any other questions, like what I actually did with it, how I did the spring spacer, feel free to message me. I'll tell you how I did it. Maybe I'll even do a video in the future. But yep, that's it for the shotgun. Renegade blasters currently have it. I think they're the only ones who currently have it for 120. But a lot of other people will be getting it in the future. So, you know, see, shop around. It's always on the internet. You can always look it up. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.